It's North versus South in the state of California. We're underway between the Niners and Chargers.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Here we go. Ultra.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner, turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Gets this one to use check. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Throwing now is Lance.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll go down at the 28.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And Lance now to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Lance. Touchdown! George Kittle with a touchdown grab for Trey Lance. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Finding space at the 40. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Herbert. Open man, Parham. He's got him. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham, 28 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's brought down. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, go serious.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, go steal.
Second down and goal. Lance on the move to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that one into the hands of Aiyuk downfield. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. It's Eckler again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually...
And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners take a 3-touchdown lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 45 on 2nd down. Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
To try again after the sack. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On second and goal, Herbert, and it's caught. Touchdown! Gerald Everett from 8 yards out.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
On play action, Lance.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Play action, now it's Lance.
Rolling to his left. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. That's complete out left to Aiyuk.
But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last throw here for Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So it's a win for the Niners here. And it was Trey Lance, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air. Another